Hey, what's up, family? Welcome in to another episode of 2911, A Faith Experience. I'm Brian Christopher Clay. I'm excited you're here. Make sure that you like and follow and share this Facebook page. New episodes airing every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just type in 2911 Faith Experience. Search that, find it. Click the subscribe button, okay? All right. Gonna bless you today. I've got something really, really special for you, okay? So let's dive right in. I am a Christian. Do you know what that means? It means I'm far from perfect. Simply redeemed. I was bought with a purpose, purchased by love. It's not a form of religion, it's a gift from above. I am not perfect, I have been redeemed. I am a believer. Let me tell you what that means. It means I've pledged my life, giving everything. I never knew this was meant to be. I am not perfect, for I have been redeemed. Redeemed. While I was yet in my transgressions, somebody paid the price. I offered up my life to Him, and now I say again, I am not perfect. I have been redeemed. Redeemed. Oh, I am your brother. Show you the way. We'll walk this road together. Take it day by day. Somehow I know we'll make this journey's end. Make no mistake about it, my brother, sister, for we are now redeemed. Redeemed. While we were yet in our transgressions, He gave His life to set us free. So offer up your life to Him, accept His love, then begin. We'll stand together hand in hand, and surely He will heal our land. Come crashing to the floor, and then someday He'll come again, and we will find our rest in Him. Then we'll be perfect. We will be perfect. Yeah. We will be perfect. You and me will be perfect. Until then, we are redeemed. I enjoyed bringing that to you. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that was a blessing. So let's get into it, guys. It's the Christmas season, and we are all in right now. You can see it everywhere. Music, specials on TV, all kinds of foods and sweet treats and cookies and cakes and pies everywhere. Gatherings everywhere, even if they're primarily virtual or via Zoom. And this year, you'll get to see folks you probably normally don't see. It's true, lockdowns, isolations, and quarantines. But that has led to digital gatherings that include anybody and everybody with a smartphone and a computer and an internet connection, and everybody's getting together. I'm planning one right now with cousins that I grew up with in my hometown in Chicago, but I haven't seen in anywhere from 10 to sometimes 30 years for some cousins. And in a couple of weeks, we're all going to get together via Zoom. So that's going to be really nice. It'll be great. Let's see. Church services abound, online midweek Advent, Bible studies, Christmas concerts, TV Christmas specials. I've been looking at those. All of my favorite artists singing my favorite Christmas songs. And that's fun. And there's more, because we're all in. Decorating your home, Christmas trees and poinsettias. And oh my gosh, the food, so much food. I already talked about the food, okay. It's different this year, but at the same time, it's similar to past years. We're shopping, not at the mall or the outlets though, mostly online, almost totally online, and we're going in that direction. We've been moving in that direction as a society for a while, but this year, almost totally online shopping, looking for gifts. Looking for the perfect gift for those that we love. And that's what we're supposed to do, right? I mean, it's Christmas. That's what Christmas is about. It's about giving. And I think we got it down pat. We've worked hard at it for many, many years. It's not about what you get. It's about what you give, right? We were taught that when we were itty bitty. And that remains true. It really does. We spend an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out the perfect gift to give, and then trying to actually find that perfect gift for the ones we love, the right thing for our coworkers, the right thing for our friends, the right thing for extended family, for neighbors, folks we encounter all the year through, like our mail person, folks who collect our recyclables, our waste, all that kind of stuff. It's actually pretty amazing how thoughtful we can be during this few weeks at the end of the calendar year. Cards, candy, well wishes, the perfect wrapping paper, gift bags, baking cookies, making pound cake, that's what I do, to send to folks. And then, if all else fails, what is it? It's the infamous gift card, and that handles everything. So I'm thinking we got it right? Maybe so, maybe not. All right, let me pull something else into this thought process. My top 3 Christmas movies of all time: It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, I love a bunch more, but these are my 3. They're my go-tos. Miracle on 34th Street, such a great story and a great message. And of course, Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life, awesome. And of course, another wonderful message in that film. Now, The Grinch, for me, that's next level awesomeness. When it comes to The Grinch, now I'm a traditionalist. So I love the Dr. Seuss cartoon, but the Jim Carrey version is pretty darn impressive. Jim Carrey brought The Grinch to life perfectly, and I love that version. The latest animated version, still kind of assessing it. A musical was on TV the other night, didn't watch. but the message in the Grinch's story. So real quick, Dr. Seuss' version makes it plain and factual that the Grinch hates Christmas. He's not a fan, and he doesn't appreciate the Who's in Whoville and their celebration of the holiday. So he figures if he steals the gifts, then he'll steal Christmas and the joy that they experience. It's pretty simple. The thing I like about the Jim Carrey version is it established a backstory for why the Grinch hated Christmas so much. And of course, it had to do with a girl. So much in life, for us guys, has to do with a girl, and vice versa, I suppose. But I digress. He had a really, really bad childhood experience around Christmas. And ever since, he hated it. So he devised a plan to steal the joy of Christmas. And his plan was to steal the gifts. Because what is Christmas about? It's about the gifts, right? We established that earlier. It's about giving and the gifts. Well, of course not. So I'm going to throw you a curveball here. It is definitely about the gifts. Christmas is about the gifts. All the stuff we are doing is about the gifts. Yeah, okay. I'm going to tie it all together. But first, I want to share a scene from How the Grinch Stole Christmas with you. The Grinch here in this scene is trying to, at the urging of Cindy Lou Who, he's trying to participate in the Whoville Christmas events. He's trying to be a good sport about it, but in the process, he hits a breaking point when the object of his affection, that girl from childhood, is proposed to by someone else. And in this proposal, she is offered some incredibly exciting gifts. Can you say straw and camel's back? He gets angry and he shares his heart with the Who's. Some real truths about the nature of gifts.
Martha May, please become Mrs. Augustus Mayhew.
Augustus.
If you agree to be my wife, along with a lifetime supply of happiness, you'll also receive this. It's a new car! Generously provided by the taxpayers of Whoville! What do you say, Martha? Yeah, I got 20 seconds on the clock.
Well, these gifts are quite dazzling.
Of course they are. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's always been about. Gifts. Gifts. Gifts, 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 gifts. You want to know what happens to your gifts? They all come to me. In your garbage. You see what I'm saying? In your garbage. I could hang myself with all the bad Christmas neckties I found at the dump. And the avarice. The avarice never ends! I want golf clubs, I want diamonds, I want a pony so I can ride it twice, get bored, and sell it to make glue! Look, I don't want to make waves, but this whole Christmas season is stupid, stupid, stupid!
What did he just say? The Grinch says, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's always been about the gifts. The Grinch says it's all about the gifts. And I'm thinking he's right. But stay with me here. Because a lot of times this kind of message gets wrapped up with a cheesy, it's all about the gifts of Jesus that God has given all of us. And we celebrate that gift on Christmas. Yeah, that's not where I'm going with this one right now. Why don't we go ahead and make it all about the gifts? But in a different way. In a way I've talked about. On previous 2911 episodes, over and over again, I've said this, and you recall what I've said. I believe that the gifts God has placed in you are God's gifts to the world through you. I'll say it again. I believe that God's gifts, the gifts he's placed in you, are his gifts to the world through you. So now we have a whole different paradigm with this gifts thing, a whole new perspective with regard to the gifts we're talking about. Not gifts you buy, and then give to somebody, but gifts you already possess that you share with the world. Yeah. I'm going to convince you before all this is said and done. 1 Peter, 4th chapter, 10th verse. Take a look here. God has given each of you a gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. It goes on in verse 11. Do you have the gift of speaking? Then speak as God himself were speaking through you. Do you have the gift of helping others? Do it with all the strength and energy that God supplies. Then everything you do will bring glory to God through Jesus Christ. Gifts that God placed in you with plans that you share them with the world for good, to spread love and joy and peace and comfort and compassion and forgiveness and help in the time of trouble, friendship, leadership, support. The list is as endless as our God's love and grace and mercy. Y'all might not still be with me. My boundless and my endless God has created boundless and endless gifts in all of us for the edification of God's people. He set us up to have Christmas, to share gifts every single day of forever. And here's the Grinch, angry about the Who's and their gifts. So he puts together a plan to steal all the gifts. And he does. Or so he thinks. Watch this.
Now for the final note in my symphony of downright nasty, not niceness. The crescendo of my odious opus. Oh, the wailing and the gnashing of teeth. The bellowing of the bitterly bombed out. It'll be like music to my ears.
Then the Grinch heard a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow.
Huh?
But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sounded merry. But it was merry. Very. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came.
Somehow or other, it came just the same.
Mr. Grinch!
And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
And he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
And here's where the Grinch misstepped. You see, he didn't steal their gifts. They had their gifts. They were their gifts. And they were still able to share their gifts with their family and their friends in Whoville. And they were able to share their gifts with the entire world because all they had to do was share themselves. The Grinch said Christmas perhaps means so much more. And it does. Gifts. Yeah, the wonderful gift that God provides to the world through all of us. Presents. Yes, God's presence in our lives and in the world, because God is in our lives and in the world. So actually, this did get cheesy here at the end, but that's okay if you're hearing what I'm saying. You are a gift. You are God's gift to the world. So get out there and be that gift. Be you. Get out there and do what you're gifted by God to do. It may seem inconspicuous and unobtrusive. It may seem unremarkable or unspectacular, but it isn't, because the God that placed the gift in you isn't. Be love, be joy, be peace in the midst of a storm for someone. Be comfort and be compassion, be steadiness in a rough time in someone's life. Be an encourager when someone isn't sure. Be help when the shelf is way too high. Be strength when something is too heavy. Be light in the darkness. Be a voice of reason when words get turbulent. And right now, during this Christmas season, in the midst of political unrest and racial and social justice, a global health pandemic, your gifts are needed more than ever. You never have to figure it out or try to figure out what to get somebody. You're already exactly what someone wants and needs. Let me say that again. You are already exactly the gift someone needs. And not just at Christmas, but every day of the year. And I'm going to share this same message in June because it's a timely word in season, no matter what the season. Be a gift. Be your authentic self in the world. God created that in you. His word says it. Just be a gift. And speaking of gifts, my good friends Jay and Kennedy Newsom, I've been sharing their music with you for weeks now, and they are a gift to all of us. And they are again today with a Christmas classic, O Holy Night.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long live the world in sin and error pining, till and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious when Christ was born. All night divine, all night divine. Truly taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace.
They're amazing. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Kennedy. And thank you guys for being here with me for this episode of 2911. The journey continues, and we're gonna learn how to do all this, to be our authentic selves in the world, to be the gift God has made us to be for the good of the world. That's what this is all about, okay? All right, like, share, follow, subscribe. Like, share, follow, subscribe. You can find these episodes archived on my YouTube channel at 2911 A Faith Experience, also on the Facebook page. And hey, I can't wait till next week, okay? See you soon.